Hi everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys a little vlog of me finishing my crochet temperature blanket, and I will also be sharing some tips with you guys for this project because it is a long one and there are also mistakes that you can make which will prolong the making time. And I'm going to share the resources I used, so what website I used to find all of the temperatures and also how I wrote them down and chose my colors. I think that this is a really great and quite interesting project. I remember when I first found out about temperature projects, I thought that they were so cool because this blanket right here represents the whole year of 2022 and I love it. I do like the colors I chose as well, and I'm just really happy that I'm done with it because this project has literally taken me a whole year. I started on and off with it, and then last Sunday I got the motivation to just sit down and finish the last few months. The premise of this blanket is to crochet one row of that day's temperature in the color that you chose every single day. However, I definitely didn't do that, especially because I did start this blanket in the middle of the year. So about this time last year, I started my 2022 temperature blanket. You can really start a temperature blanket for whichever year, whichever month you like, and just complete it in your own time. The website that I used for all of the temperature data was World Weather Info, and I really liked it because it was super easy to navigate and you can just look through all of the months of your chosen year. To keep track of all of the colors and what they represent, I created this chart on a piece of cardboard. So my temperatures go from the highest is 30 plus, and then the lowest was I think I was going to do -11, but come on girl, I never even use the white because I live in the UK and it gets quite cold, but for the year of 2022 it didn't, like, I never used the white. The way that I chose my colors was honestly quite random. I just kind of thought, what do these temperatures, like what color would they remind me of? Like, you can have a monochromatic blanket, so I thought that I just had was like a whole pink blanket but just different shades of pink. I just had the sky blue, pale blue and white represent the really cold temperatures, and then the lighter colors represent the hotter temperatures. The final thing I want to mention is how to display the data. Now, I stuck with the old-fashioned way of just taking an old notebook and writing down all of the days, all of the temperatures, and then the corresponding colors. But I've seen other people do them on Google Docs and make them look really nice. So if you want to do that, you definitely can. But I just did it this way, and either way is fine, honestly. It's just about getting the data down and keeping track of what rows you've done. Another reason why I didn't create a Google Doc was because I just knew that I would never look at it again, and that is why I did it on paper, because I'm obviously still going to keep it because I may look back at it once. However, I don't really think I am, so I'm just going to keep it like this. It does the job for me. And I think that we can now move into the vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, see you. Okay guys, it is 9:54, Sunday the 2nd of July, and today I had a spark of motivation to finish my temperature blanket because it is just so long overdue. I'm pretty sure I started this blanket about this time last year, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I have to finish this. So I'm currently on the last few rows of August. I have 4 rows left and they're all just yellow, and then we can move on to September, which I haven't wrote out the temperatures for, but I will do so once I get to that point. And yeah, so I have September, October, November, December, 4 months. I should be able to do this. What I've crocheted so far today is from this orange row. So I finished off the orange row, then 1, 2, 3 yellow rows. So I've crocheted 4 rows today, and I'm just gonna, whilst I'm laying here in bed, I'm gonna crochet the next 4, and then we'll see how many rows of September I can do. So I'm writing up the temperatures for September. And the way that I know what colour to write down and then crochet with is because of this little chart that I've made. And I can't remember the woman's name who inspired me to even begin a crochet blanket, but I will do my best to find her and I will write her name on the screen or just leave her account in the description. But yeah, I created this little cardboard chart, and let me show you, for example. Let me just put this here. So the 1st of September is 22.8 C. So here, let's go to the 20s. So it would be yellow. The same for literally all of these. So up until 20C, then 18.9 would be green. And then these two would also be yellow. So I just finished writing down all of the dates, temperatures, and the corresponding colours. There's a lot of green and yellow. So wish me luck, because there is a lot of the same colour. We do have one purple, and then here we have 2 missing days. So here it's just blank. This is the first time that this has happened. I don't know why that is, and I don't really know what I'm going to do, because I could just skip these rows and just go from the 27th to the 30th, or I could just use what the previous color was. So I could do 2 rows of purple. It doesn't really matter, but we will see. Or I could do 1 purple and then 1 green. We will see what I do, but until I get there, it is a bit of a long road, so wish me luck. We'll see how much I get done today. Guys, it is the next day, and I just got hit with the realization of how many rows I actually did yesterday. So I did basically from this orange row to the yellow row above the green, and that is 18 rows. That is really impressive. That is a big chunk, and if I carry on like this, I should have the blanket finished very soon, because if I show you the paper, I'm soon going to be halfway through September, and I only started yesterday, so that is really good. I've just done 2 rows. Well, I started the second one, and yeah, I'm really happy. I just want to finish this blanket. Like, I just want to be able to have it on my bed. So I will update you guys at the end of the day how many rows I did. I just folded up my blanket because oh, perfect. So here is the last row that I've started to do, and I couldn't finish because I ran out of the green. Look at how much green I went through yesterday. It may not look like a lot, but the width of the blanket is a lot. Wasn't it from, I think it was from about here. So I did about this much yesterday, which again is really impressive. I'm very happy. So yesterday I ran out of the green yarn at about, I think maybe like 5 p.m. So I obviously couldn't continue with the blanket until today, because I'm going to go get more. Because I had run out of yarn, I had nothing else to do. So I decided to just write down all of the data, and especially so I could see what colours I was going to need a lot of. And in November it's a lot of purple, but we do start to go into the maroon. And there's a bit of green too. And then we used a bit of sky blue, and then it's purple and maroon. So today I think I might get some, obviously green, and then purple. I just need to finish off the green row, and I decided not to do the rows where the data was missing. I got through the end of August and September in about 2 days. So if I can do half of November today, half of November tomorrow. I did manage to pick up the exact purple that I used. However, they didn't have the green that I used throughout the whole project, so I couldn't get that, unfortunately. So I've just gotten back from my little trip to pick up some yarn, and they didn't have the yarn that I used for this entire blanket up until I ran out of it. So this is the closest match that I got. It is not really close, but it will have to do. Okay guys, so we have a problem. I of course ran out of this green colour yarn, and then yesterday I went to look for it. They didn't have it. I got a different shade of green, but it was more of like a cool tone, and this green is more of like a warmer tone, and it just didn't go, and I didn't want to use it. So I decided to use this green. It was just some leftover yarn that I had, and I do not like the way that it looks, and also I don't have as much of it. And on my paper here, I'm gonna need green quite a bit, so it's just not working out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out, I think this is about 4 rows, which is quite a lot, but I just don't like it and I want it out. So I'm going to take out these 4 rows, and I do have some color substitutes. So what I'm thinking of doing is, because I finished off the last row in green, I'm thinking that I can crochet with a new color, but it will still represent the same that the green did, because I just think a new color would maybe not look as odd as the green does here. So yeah, I am leaning more towards this color. I don't know why. I feel like it could just fit better, but we will see. Because I was out yesterday and I got tired, I only crocheted, I think it was about 7 rows. From where we left off, as I said before, I would try out the colors and see which one fits well to substitute the green, and I really do like this beigey color. This was the first color that I tried, and I didn't even bother trying the other green, the mint green, because I really do like how this looks. I feel like it fits the previous colors as well. It's quite complementary. And yeah, I mean, since I left off, I did finish the blanket, and this is what we have. My biggest piece of advice for this project, and just any project where you have to change color a lot, make sure that you crochet over these tail ends, because if you don't, at the end of your blanket or whatever project it is that you're doing, you will have so many tail ends to tuck away and you will hate yourself for it. I'm glad that I only left them out in the beginning, because this is just how many I need to tuck away. But imagine if I did that until the end of my blanket. That genuinely would take me so long. So please do yourself a favor and make sure that you crochet over the tail ends. Something that I'm going to be doing probably after I finish this video is crocheting over the sides. So all around the sides of my blanket I will crochet to just make the edges all nice and straight. Now this is of course optional, however it just makes your blanket look that much neater, and especially if you are going to be selling like a blanket, then I would recommend you to crochet over the sides, and whichever stitch you use, that's up to you. Because my blanket is single crochet, and I think typically when I crochet over the sides of any project, no matter what stitch I use, I do use a single crochet, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So here is the finished crochet temperature blanket of 2022. It is basically finished. The final thing that I have to do is crochet over the sides, as I said, but I am just so pleased with how it looks, and I'm just really happy it's over, to be honest, because it's the longest project I've ever done, but it was so worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoyed this more crochet vlog style of video. Let me know if you want more, or just of any video suggestions that you have for my channel. Again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy, and if you do crochet a temperature blanket, make sure to show me, because these projects are quite exciting. I love you. Bye. See you next time.